Hi everybody, this is Dan, the digital tint instructor, with another quick video that'll make your life a whole lot simpler. Actually, this video may not be that quick. So this is actually, I'm making this video in response to a customer who gave me a phone call. She had her car tinted somewhere else and she's complaining about distortion in the back window at night. Primarily across the defroster wires. She can see a halo effect above and below all the street lights and all of the lights in the cars in her mirror. She can see that, and it's driving her crazy. So this video will explain what that is. Number one, it is not a tint problem. I'm gonna say that again in case you didn't hear me. It is not a window tint problem. It's basically what it is you're seeing how the film lays over the defroster wires. The defroster wires are not embedded into the glass or manufactured in the glass. They are laying on top of the inside of the glass. So imagine the wire laying on the surface of the inside of the vehicle. Okay, it's laying on the surface of the glass. It's a raised surface, okay? And so because it's a raised surface, when you put a film over the top of that, it also is slightly raised. Now, you don't notice it primarily during the day because there's so much light outside the vehicle. But at nighttime, all of your attention is focused on the lights. And so where the film is laid over each one of the wires, it's catching a halo effect around the lights because of the slightly raised surface. And instead of looking through the film this way, you're looking across the film because the glass is slanted. I hope that makes sense to everybody. But it's not an issue with the tinting. It's an issue as a result of tinting. And it's 100% normal. I've seen this for 30 years. I've been doing this for 30 years. See the gray? 30 years. And I've tinted for dealerships strictly in my early part of my career. And here in the last 10, 15 years, I've operated this shop out of Carmel, carmeltinting.com. So don't think you got a terrible job. Don't think it's bad window film. Bad window film will make it worse, but it happens in every vehicle. It happens worse on some vehicles that have thicker wires. A good example, Volkswagen Jettas, Audis, the Chrysler Chargers, the Dodge Chargers, they all have fairly thick. In fact, the Dodge Chargers have the thickest wires in the industry. And we have to do a lot of prep to them just to get the film to lay down on top of them. But that distortion, I call it light refraction, because the light is literally being refracted as it hits the wire, and the window film laying on top of it just magnifies it, makes it worse. So hopefully that helps. It's not a problem, it's not an issue. If you tell your customers up front, a lot of times they're okay with it. I used to tell everybody. I don't tell hardly anybody anymore. You'll get it primarily with people who think they know what they're talking about, and they don't know what they're talking about. They'll say, "Oh, I never saw it in my other car." Some cars, it shows up worse than others, but it's in every vehicle. It's in Hondas, Toyotas, Volkswagens, you name it, Nissans, I don't care what they are. If you look for it, you'll see it. My wife drives a Ford 500. Yep, still driving a Ford 500. Nothing wrong with it, and it's paid for. Drives like a dream, and we see it at night too. Not a thing you can do about it. So anyway, hope that helps somebody out there. I'm Dan, the digital tint instructor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family you're not going to be a Dilbert anymore. You're going to use your noodle, and you're going to explain things to people so they don't freak out when they get their car tinted. Thanks for listening.